Hello everyone, I'm Mario Fanatic 15, also known as Adam Fanatic, and no, this is not a blooper reel, because today it's time I finally earned that title by taking a look at the LEGO Super Mario Starter Set. I've been wanting to do a Mario review for a while now, but I have no way to record footage from my consoles, so this will have to do for the meantime. In the words of Charles Martinet, let's take off! LEGO Super Mario is a very new concept. I wouldn't classify it as a video game, and while I'm not sure tabletop game is the correct phrase either, it's the closest thing that I can come up with. At its core, it's a dexterity game where you'll first build a course, then using a Bluetooth-enabled Mario figure in a smartphone, you'll race through it in an attempt to score as many points as possible before time runs out. There are a myriad of expansions available for the game that release simultaneously with the starter set. We already have a couple which I'll touch on briefly, but today's main focus is on the starter set and how well it holds up on its own. As it is a LEGO product, you'll first have to assemble the various pieces. You'll do this by using the aforementioned phone app, which will guide you step by step through construction, and will also teach you how to use the various parts as you construct them. Once you've assembled all the individual islands, you'll connect them together. There's no official way to assemble them, though you'll find there's a number of suggestions if you look within the phone app. Though of course, being Legos, you're encouraged to mix and match to make your own designs. You play by taking the Mario figure into your hands. Underneath his feet is a sensor along with a light that can recognize basic colors as well as scan barcodes that come on various pieces within the game. In addition, Mario also has a gyroscope and motion sensor built in, so the game can tell when you move or drop him, as well as which way he's facing. These will become important with certain stage gimmicks. You race against time, attempting to score as many points as possible within 1 minute. Included in the base set are 7 barcodes that Mario can interact with the start and goal pieces being the first 2 among them. Besides that, you also have 5 stage gimmicks you can play with. Firstly, you have a Goomba that you can score by jumping on top of. It's just that simple. Next, you have the question mark block, which will have a random prize when you scan it. Sadly, Mario has no scanner in his head, so you'll jump on it rather than hitting it from underneath, but it can include an invincibility star, extra coins, or even an extended timer. Next, you have a cloud platform with which you can pick up Mario and move him around through the air. You gain coins while you do so. However, if you drop the figure, it will recognize this and become stunned for a few seconds, during which you're unable to gain any coins. There's a rotating platform which allows you to gain coins as long as you spin Mario around upon it. However, once again, if he falls off, he'll become stunned. And finally, we have Bowser Jr., who acts as something of a mini-boss, taking 5 hits to bring down, but giving you 10 coins when you do such. But Mario has more interactions than just the barcodes. If you place him on a green, red, or blue piece, then he'll see it as grass, fire, or water, respectively. If you have him jump, you'll hear a familiar sound effect, and he'll even let out a cry of excitement if you have him do a flip. For those of you that grew up with Super Mario 64, lay him on his back and get ready for an Easter egg that calls back to that game. As mentioned before, there's numerous expansions already available, from character packs to stage pieces with new gimmicks, all the way up to a massive boss battle against Bowser in his castle. As you can see, we already have 2 expansions here, and though I'm not going to go into too much detail, I can say that I rather enjoy the little hammer gimmick with the Pokey set. Now for the big question. Is it a game? Well, kind of. It definitely rides the line here. As mentioned before, there's no official setup for the course. However, there is a goal in the sense that you're trying to gain as many coins as possible in the allotted time period. It reminds me very much of when I quoted Will Wright for my What is a Game video. When you play something like The Sims, the player is actually the one building the rule set. I'm giving the player a toy, and the player is turning it into a game. And that's what LEGO has done here. They give you all the pieces that you need to make a game, but it's not a game per se in and of itself. All in all, I find LEGO Mario to be a rather novel concept. I do find it a little difficult to recommend it if you just plan to get the starter set and be done with it, as the bulk of the cost is in the LEGO Mario figure. There's not many pieces for the $60 price tag. However, I do quite enjoy the one full expansion that we already have, and I'm eager to try more in the future. It's pretty obvious that LEGO already has more ideas in the works. As it stands right now, there's currently no Luigi nor Princess Peach in any of the sets. However, there's plenty of options to expand your course with various gimmicks if you so wish. I'm not going to give this a formal review score as there's really nothing else on the market to compare it to. However, if you're a fan of Legos and video games, I definitely recommend that you consider picking this one up. Of course, LEGO Super Mario isn't just for those that grew up jumping across the Mushroom Kingdom and collecting Power Stars. Even those who are only just getting into gaming or never really got that much into it at all can enjoy it too. To that end, let's take a brief look at opinions from my nephew, Caden, and my sister, Melise. Welcome back, Caden. What's your favorite part of the starter set?
Baby Bowser.
That's Bowser Jr.
Bowser Jr.? No, this Baby Bowser.
Which of the expansion sets do you want most?
The big Bowser one.
You mean the castle?
Yeah.
What other video game would you want to see made into Legos?
Link Legos.
Are you talking about The Legend of Zelda? I didn't think you knew what those were.
Yeah.
Thank you, Caden. You've been a great help. Now to Melise. Thank you for joining us. Would you consider yourself a gamer?
No, but I like this game. It's so cute.
How much Mario would you say you've played?
5 or so games.
Which expansion do you most hope to pick up?
Ooh, the Toads, because they're cute. Everyone loves Toad.
Especially when going against bosses in Super Mario Bros. 2. Thank you for your time. We hope to see both of you again in the future. If you're interested in purchasing or learning more about LEGO Super Mario, links are included in the description. But what about you? What do you think of LEGO Mario? Are there any other video games that you'd like to see adapted into a similar game toy idea? If you have any questions, remarks, or opposing points of view, leave them in the comments down below, and please remember to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. And be sure to come back next week as I take a look at Yoku's Island Express, a pinball Metroidvania hybrid. Until then, farewell, fellow fanatics. Thank you again for watching. I have plenty more to share with you if you're interested. You can click up here above my head to subscribe to my channel. You can click over here on my monitor to see the most recent video that I've worked on. Or if you prefer, you can click up here to open this mysterious vault and see what video that the YouTube algorithm has picked just for you.